Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you'd like more cartoon news and shenanigans and ask it, please subscribe to my channel. In fact, do it right now so you don't forget about it later. And I thank you very much for that, guys. So today we have some crappy news once again. Just some more crappy news. We're here on the avclub.com. And what do we get? Betty is going to be gay in the Rugrats Paramount Plus show. So this is Nickelodeon once again. Like, how many guys, you know what's crazy? In the last couple months since 2021 started, I feel like Nickelodeon has moved very, very far left. I don't know if I'm excited for anything that's coming out of Nickelodeon right now. I gotta say, at least the Patrick Star show that's coming up is 2D animated, but yeah, most of the things that are coming out of Nickelodeon these days are just woke trash and spin-offs. Just, Camp Coral, I just said the Patrick Star show. They're really leaning into SpongeBob. It seems like a lot of their other things are failing, so they're going back to SpongeBob. They're making a Sandy Cheeks movie. There was a Squidward show that was canceled. It's getting nuts out here. But anyways, let's get back to the topic on hand. Nickelodeon going in, making Betty gay. There is a controversy about this. I don't know if I'm going to go show, I wonder if there's comments. Do we have any comments here? Probably not, no. But, yeah, there is a controversy. There's a lot of parents who are like, why are you making, this parent that our kids used to watch back in the day gay now? Actually, a lot of the kids that watch this show, right? I used to watch this show with my mom. She would be like, what the fuck are they doing making, Betty gay over here? And same thing, a lot of the millennials like me, we're growing up now. We're seeing all of our beloved shows get just tarnished and wrecked. I know there's a lot of fans who just despise the She-Ra Princesses of Power reboot. DuckTales had a good reboot. There's a lot of reboots that came out. They were just absolute trash. And then there were some that were okay, I think the Animaniacs reboot was pretty good, or pretty okay to goodish, but it wasn't a masterpiece or anything. But DuckTales was the one show, even though there was some woke episodes here and there. DuckTales was one of the great ones in recent memory. But yeah, guys, yeah. So anyways, yeah, we're going to talk about this. We're going to read this awful article from the AV Club. So before we get started here, am I going to be watching this garbage tier Rugrats show? The answer is no. I don't like 3D animation. Maybe if they bring back Jimmy Neutron. See, I'm a big Jimmy Neutron fan. I saw the original Jimmy Neutron movie as a kid in theaters with my parents. So it was so great, just to be able to watch Jimmy Neutron in theaters, and then it got a TV show. It was so exciting. But and Rugrats too. I saw a couple of Rugrats movies in back in the day. They actually had you had to go to Blockbuster. You guys remember Blockbuster? I used to work there, funny enough. You had to get a scratch ticket scratch ticket. It was called Scratch and Sniff. So a little symbol would appear in the movie. You would ask your parents for a coin, and you would scratch the ticket and then smell it, and it would smell like strawberries during the certain portion of the movie. So the idea was, as you were watching the movie, you see, you hear the sounds with your ears, you see the movie, and to get more immersed, you scratch a ticket and you smell to get that sort of extra scent. It was pretty cool. Nickelodeon doesn't really do things like that anymore, unfortunately, but yeah, I really appreciate how they used to experiment. But yeah, let's get into this. So let's read this garbage article. We're going to talk about how they changed Betty. I haven't read the article. Oh, it's a very short article. So let me tell you guys, they changed Betty's gender symbol. So Betty used to have a gender symbol. Let's just go over here. We're going to talk about Howard in a second. Let me see here. Betty Deville. There we go. We're going to pull up Betty's old design from the Rugrats. You're going to see how she had a gender symbol. She had a gender symbol there. So, she back in the day, she was very, people are making a very disgusting stretch here where it's like, oh, Betty was more of a, like she was more of a tomboy. She was very, like that. But she was very girl power. She wasn't that tomboyish. She was, she was one of those like, I'm fighting for what I believe in type of characters. And I guess they just took that and they're like, fuck it, let's just make her gay now, which I don't. Like, it's like there's no need. Like, if you wanted to do it, I mean, like, why not do it in All Grown Up, right? There was another show, remember? All Grown Up, right here. That's what she looked like in All Grown Up. Wow, she's seen some shit. She looks like she's been taking some drugs right here. But yeah, there was a show called All Grown Up. Why not, the teenage, that's where you're going to introduce like a lesbian, if you wanted to do that, why not wait till the older show? Why do we have to put it at the front and center of the new show? It's almost like they don't have anything to draw people in, right? It's like nobody's paying attention to Rugrats. Quick, let's make the characters gay. Let's get some buzz out here. Virtue signal. We must get the binoculars. We must virtue signal. Oh my Lord. So that's what they're going to do here. But you could see, look at that. They actually already uploaded the. So there you go. Like I said, I'm not going to be watching it. I have no interest in this Rugrats. I would rather watch the old Rugrats. But gender symbol and replace. No, we can't have female, right? In this world of transgenders and binaries. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid we have a female symbol. Heaven forbid. So yeah, there you go. And she has this butch lesbian haircut. Got that stupid like Captain Marvel off to the side cut. I don't even know what it's called there, but I'm not a fan of this. This just looks terrible. And her, why not? Where's the gender symbol? Why not stick to your roots? Also, she's a lesbian. It would probably make more sense to have the gender symbol now, right? But like I said, oh no, we wouldn't want to offend the little butter biscuit transgender community or non-binary or whatever the fuck they're going by these days. We wouldn't want to offend anyone, so we can't put a gender symbol. Of course not. But yeah, so, and then let's talk about Howard. Poor Howard. Howard got cucked out of the show, my word. Poor Howard. Actually, let's see what does Howard look like in All Grown Up? Okay, wow. Howard also looks like he's seen some drugs. He looks like a golfer, like an Irish golfer, for some reason. I don't know. Is that what you guys are getting? I'm getting an Irish golfer off of this. Maybe it's because his pants look like a kilt or something. I don't know. Betty's husband, not anymore. Actually, I wonder, I don't really care. Honestly, I'm not going to watch the new show and find out, but like, I kind of wonder is Howard going to appear? Phil and Lil exist, so they must come. I'm assuming it's a situation where like maybe Betty got married to Howard at a young age and then she realized she was gay. Maybe it's like Elton John, right? Elton John had kids. And then after he was married, then he was like came out of the closet. You know what I mean? So it's probably one of those situations, unless they just absolutely write Howard out of the show, and they just make Phil and Lil adopted or some shit. Can you guys imagine? They would probably do something like that. My God. But yeah, what am I saying? Can you guys imagine? That could probably happen. Holy crap. This is just nonsense. So let's read this garbage. Phil and Lil's mom, Betty in Rugrats, has low key always been a queer icon. No, she hasn't. No, she hasn't. Don't listen to this site. This is dog shit. This is another one of those Velma looked like a lesbian librarian and thus she was always a gay icon. No, she wasn't. She never was. Get the fuck out of here. Even maybe if she had a couple of characteristics, that like she had like I said, like she had a little bit of a tomboy, Betty, not Velma, Betty. Even like, Velma, I never like, I get it. Velma had that kind of like gay librarian kind of like vibe, but like it was mostly just her costume. She never like acted like a lesbian or anything. Whereas like Betty was just a little bit tomboy. Like she was like, she would be the kind of mother that would like be pretty active, even though she's a little bit chubby. She always felt like she was one of those people that gets their shirt dirty and like does the job, gets the job done. You know what I mean? Whereas like Howard was more of like a string bean kind of fellow. Yeah, there he is again with those dead eyes, those dead fish eyes. My God. So yeah, poor Howard. Poor Howard just got axed. Sure, she's married to boring old Howard. We wouldn't blame you if you forgot about him. No, I didn't forget about Howard. Weirdest thing, I keep talking about it. I can never seem to remember Angelica's parents' name for whatever reason. Those are probably Susie's parents. I could not name them. I legitimately could not name them. I have no idea what their names are. But, Stu and Dee Dee and Chucky or Chad Finster, you got a couple there. You got a couple there. So apparently you wouldn't blame you if you forgot. I don't think many people forgot Howard. In fact, making Betty gay is going to make people look into Howard even more so we don't forget about him. Let's just fucking destroy all the old shows. We can't just have a reboot that takes the characters the exact same way that the old shows did. We always have to just put a stupid ass spin, disgusting ass spin, bullshit ass spin on these new shows. It's always like the characters this and that and a little bit of that now. Every fucking time. We can't just have our old characters the way we remember them. Hell, if my favorite show growing up as a kid, Ben 10, I bet you if like Ben 10 came back now, they'd probably make him like gay or something. They'd probably make him into like interspecies or like, no, they'd probably make him into bestiality. He'd probably just like marry some kind of like animal or something, for fuck's sakes. But yeah, that's how terrible things have gotten in cartoons in modern day. Okay, but let's be real. Betty was gay as fuck. No. And now that's actually canon. It's canon because, like I said, nobody's talking about the Rugrats reboot. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody actually gives a shit. Like, have you guys seen it? I've seen, I had a live stream yesterday. Some of you guys were talking to me about it, and you're like, you already stopped watching it. So yeah, I believe it's out now, right? A couple episodes are out, and yeah, the show isn't getting the buzz. So what do? They announced to all the articles, hey, this one character is gay now. Please come and watch our stupid show. Please check out Lord, please check out our shitty reboot. This time, instead of her sweater, having the female symbol, Betty's donning a Gemini sweater for the twins. Like I said, we wouldn't want to offend anyone with a gender symbol of male or female. It's too problematic for the butter biscuits of today. The Rugrats showrunners clearly know queer ladies love astrology. What the fuck? No. She has the number 2. It's a 2 Roman, right? I'm not getting the whole Gemini. When I see this, I don't get a Gemini vibe. I get a Roman numeral 2, as in she gave birth to 2 twins, Phil and Lil. Where are they coming from with this Gemini bullshit? I don't know. That seems like a headcanon thing. I don't know what the fuck they're coming in here. Queer ladies love astrology. That's the first I've ever heard of that. In an exclusive statement to the AV Club, Morales says she's very excited to join. Wait, did I miss something here? I did. Betty was, and now that she's actually canon, Betty will be an openly gay woman in the Paramount Plus Rugrats series. So that's what you want to see, right? A kids show where maybe lesbians are making out. Is that what Is that what you want to leave your children watching? They're trying to normalize this bullshit from a young age. They keep doing it over and over and over again. They want to normalize it. It seems like some kind of like liberals. They just have an issue with population growth. They want to see us stagnate. They want to do some population control. My God. They want to normalize the psychotic behavior, because when you normalize psychotic behavior, it makes it that much easier to do it the next time, right? So this time, in this generation, we're seeing them normalize this in kids shows. You're going to see in the future, they're going to probably try and normalize incest and bestiality. That's my thought. You guys let me know. Do you guys think they're going to do that? I think they will. I think in the coming years, you're going to see them put bestiality and incest and all kinds of gross shit like that in. Don't forget necrophilia. That's when you get freaky with a corpse. Go down to the old graveyard and have a go at the corpses. We don't want necrophilia. We don't want any of this creepy ass bestiality shit, any of this incest shit. And look, you can do that in a mature or a rated R show, but you don't do that in a kids show. You don't normalize this psychotic shit in children's shows. That's what I don't want to see ever. The Rugrats showrunner clearly knows. Yeah, there we go again with that. Sorry, I keep missing something here. So, Paramount Plus Rugrats series, and she'll be voiced. This is the line I missed here. She'll be voiced by queer actor Natalie Morales. So this is the new gimmick standard of woke Hollywood. They can white characters can only ever play white characters. Black characters can only play black characters. Gay characters can only play gay characters. Trans characters can only play trans characters. So acting, you know what acting is? It's when you play a role that you're not. It's when you play a role or you play a character that has nothing to do with you. You're lying. You're acting. You're being something that you're not. And so Hollywood says, no, we're going to have blacks play blacks, whites play whites, trans play trans, gays play gays. And, they're just trying to separate. I forgot the term. What's it? They're segregation. Yeah, they're trying to do like a segregation of like, you play this, you do that, you do this, etc., etc. It's just ridiculous. Let's see here. This time, okay, so there's the stupid thing about the astrology. In an exclusive statement to the AV Club. Okay, so this is exclusive to the AV Club. What do we got here? Oh, I don't think I said who the article was by. It's actually by Titania. How do you pronounce that? Tenriero. I don't know. That's a hell of a name to pronounce right there. You guys tell me how to pronounce that one. But so here we go. AV Club exclusive. So Morales says she's Morales is the queer actor here. Says she's very excited to join part of Rugrats. She's excited to normalize homosexuality in children's shows. Okay. I'm not a fan of her by any stretch of the imagination. By voicing Betty, and that she thinks anyone who watched the original show may have had an inkling Betty was a member of the Alphabet Mafia. No. She also shares what it means to revive the character in a way that brings queer representation to such a nostalgic show. Like I said, I'm not going to be watching it. And it's funny how they're always like talking about how it's so great that we're bringing this representation. But every show now has gay characters, so why should we care anymore? It's like if you did it once, like when The Legend of Korra did it back in the day, that's a Nickelodeon show that went woke at the end. I guess you could say, Legend of Korra, it was the first time you'd ever like really seen it done in a kid's I don't know if you'd call that a kid's show, but it was one of the first times they went for it. And when Legend of Korra did it, it actually turned some heads. It was like, okay, you did it. Okay. So Legend of Korra was a show that was notoriously failing in viewership, and it was struggling, I believe. And then, I believe it was something like on the verge of cancellation, but because there was so much fan goodwill for the story, they did the final book. But they released it online. I believe, yeah. So they released it online. So a lot of people actually forgot Legend of Korra. When Legend of Korra first came out, it just came off the heels of Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a phenomenal show. So many people were watching it, and I was watching it week to week to week. But here's the strangest thing: unlike the original Avatar: Last Airbender, I started getting bored. I started to just not care about the show as it went on and on. And over time, I just sort of forgot it existed. And then one day on Kotaku, I saw a link that said why people, it was a Kotaku article saying something about like why fans are outraged over the Korra, the last, or what was it, Legend of Korra. Why fans are outraged over the Legend of Korra final episode. It was something like that. And then I'm like, oh my God, Legend of Korra had a final season? I almost forgot that show existed. And then I went back and I binge watched the whole season. And that just goes to show you, it's like that show was just so boring, I just almost forgot it existed, especially in that last season. But so everybody kind of forgot because there was such a time gap between the third and fourth season. So to get people buzzing around, it was like, here's this draw. It's like, here's these openly gay characters, lesbians or bisexual, or it was implied, I guess. Korra had I guess Korra is bisexual, or like they're both bisexual because they kind of both dated, what was the guy's name? Mako or something like that. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but yeah, they both dated, they kind of had a weird love triangle. And then in the end, Korra and Asami end up together. So the whole love triangle was just really weirdly ended. But that's the point. They kind of virtue signal. They get all these clickbait articles for Nickelodeon, and it gained attention. But over the years, they've made so many shows with homosexual characters now. It's like, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. I'm talking about it because I don't like the indoctrination and normalization of these woke left bullshit views being forced into children from a young age, right? There's some young children who don't even realize that voice actors on television shows sometimes have the same voice actors. There's characters, for example, like in The Simpsons, Zap Brannigan and Philip J. Fry and Hubert Farnsworth, I believe, are all played by Billy West. All three of those characters are played by the same character. And for a kid, they might think that every character is voiced by a different person, not realizing that some of the characters are voiced by the same person. And that's how a child's minds work. They just don't understand. They don't know what the fuck's going on. And to be trying to force, children are developing. They have so much in their life going on. And to be trying to force this shit down their throats from a young age really is just sickening. So let's keep going here. Garbage article from AV Club. What a shock. So she also shares, Betty is a single mom with her own business who has twins and still has time to hang out with her friends and her community. And I think it's just so great because examples of living your life happily and healthily as an out queer person. So they can't just, I thought they were going to say it's going to be great that Betty is just going to be helping out her community and being a business owner. No, we have to go right back to the queer thing again because that's all we're worth. That's all we're worth. We're only worth as much as we virtue signal. It's just such a beacon for young queer people. Again, nope. We got to go right back to it. So basically Betty went from a character, her entire character is just her being gay now. That's basically what I'm reading here. Okay, hold on. So young queer people who may not have examples of, are you joking? Every fucking show under the sun, it has multiple gay people now because the woke left won't stop their shit. She explains, and yeah, there's a billion examples. Like this is bullshit right here. She explains, and yeah, Betty is a fictional cartoon, but even cartoons were hugely influential for me as a kid. And if I'd been watching, but here's the problem: this isn't necessarily a cartoon; it's a 3D animation. I wouldn't call this. What is it? Is this a cartoon to you? I don't know. I wouldn't call this a cartoon. When I think cartoon, I think 2D animation. I don't know. This just feels like a kid's animated show. I don't know if I'd call this a cartoon. But, yeah. So, Betty is a fictional cartoon, but even cartoons were hugely influential for me as a kid. And if I'd been watching Rugrats and seen Betty casually talking about her ex-girlfriend, I think at least a part of me would have felt like things might be okay in the future. Uh huh. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but like there were gay characters in certain shows. You just like they just weren't for kids shows. Like what are they? What is she talking about here? Like there were certain shows. I'm sure there was gay characters in The Simpsons, Family Guy. Who's the what's that guy? The guy. What the guy with the mustache? He's I can't remember the name, but let's actually look him up. What's the Family Guy character who's like, oh no, Family Guy gay, Family Guy gay. What's the guy? Hubert? No, it's not Hubert. This guy. What is this guy's name again? I can't remember. Family Guy will phase out gay jokes. Yeah. Yeah, they're really pushing or shoving the boundaries back. You know, instead of pushing the boundaries, they're shoving them back down. We can't make a joke on anything. There we go. Family Guy reversed it. Really, Family Guy reversed its stance on gay jokes. Why? Okay. Well, at least they have a pair of balls then. All right. Family Guy phase. The headlines are contradictory. They're going Family Guy phasing out gay jokes. Family Guy. So I guess this is the most recent one. They should probably. Yeah. What's this guy's name though? Oh my God. Family Guy. What is the name of this character? It's not coming to me. Bruce. There we go. Bruce. Yeah. You had characters like Bruce. I think the music teacher in The Simpsons is gay. There were gay characters. They just weren't for. They were more for like mature, like South Park. But like I started watching things like South Park at like age 11 and 12 and 13. Same thing with Family Guy. I started watching these shows just like 10, 11, 12, 13. So early 2000s, you know. Same with The Simpsons. So like I don't know. I don't think. I think the characters did exist, but like, it's just convenient to say that, right? I think at least a part of me would have felt like things might be okay in the future. Like, what the fuck? There were characters that existed. There probably was even gay characters in Futurama and American Dad. I'm not thinking of them off the top of my head, but I think they existed. But yeah, that's basically it. So they made this character gay for a virtue signal. They'll probably have her have a girlfriend in the later seasons. And I'm not, I can't endorse the show. I'm going to say go back and watch the original Rugrats where you know you're going to get quality. Keep your kids away from this bullshit indoctrination. And have a great day, guys. I'm sorry this video, 28 minutes. I'm sorry about that, but let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Share it, like it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate a subscribe. And have a great day. Like I said, see you later, guys. Bye.